Test. There you go. All right. I don't know why it does this stuff. It automatically changed it off of my mic. Yeah. I saw the chat moving. So. All right. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that that was... OBS just chooses to like, oh, let's change your mic input today. It's like, oh, that's helpful. Thanks, OBS. Appreciate that. For no friggin' reason. All right. Anyway, so I was just kind of talking about, we got to engineer some sort of solution to this. Yeah, I usually see the chat popping. It's just, it's tough to do it. Let me see if... Yeah, if there's no like real good way to ping me besides just the at Captain Cockles. But the problem is I've got on Restream chat, so it's not as prominent as it is on YouTube chat, so yeah. But all right, you guys hear me fine now. I can see it going. I should have checked it. You know what I'll do? I'll make a checklist for the shit I have to do every time I start one of these. So the problem here is this is just so friggin' far away. Like there are side dump operations, but it'll be right here. So I'm trying to think of some ways to do this. Let's see. I'm curious if I look in the game files, if there is it's got to be a vehicle, because that's the way these usually work. Is it's a vehicle that actually spawns, and that's why if you teleport over there really quickly, like things like the pumps and everything else won't be in because they're actual vehicles. See if I can figure out. I'm trying to find. Okay, these are all mine. These are all my missions. Missions, temporary, autosave. Okay, vehicles. That's our vehicles copy. Doesn't have the actual game vehicles. That's all my vehicles. I know you can't see this, but I'm just going through files. If I find the files, I will do that. Yeah, they're not going to be numbered correctly, and I'm not going through each of these. All right, so let's see if we can figure something out here. So, again, it's like 22 blocks away. So one thing I could do is build a little vehicle here that would fit. Let's try something here. That's kept in, okay. Let's see if we can find this again, and you know, I can load it with an add-on and have it like something to fix this. You know, like they have all sorts of cool side dumps too, but it's just, again, it's so friggin' far away, and they did it because they, you know, if I were to guess why they did this, is they didn't want to do one for trucks and they didn't want to do one for trains. And in some of their promotional pictures for the Industrial Frontier, you can see them backing in a dump truck here. So they probably wanted to make it so that you had a dump truck area and you could also like simultaneously do the train, but it's like it's in a bad fucking spot. It really is. So let's see. I'm trying to think of a quick and easy way. So let's grab the measuring tool. Measuring stick. See if we can get something like going to the center of the tracks is nuts. It's just too far. So like we said that, we'd have to go to green. So white to green. Let's take a look at that and see if we can make that work. So white to green. I forgot that that will not spawn. I should make a measuring stick that's already sideways, because that way I can spawn it in the train hangar. I have to come over here because the measuring stick is vertical, so. Come on, buddy. Alright, white to green. That's pretty far too. Yeah, that's 14 blocks there. Okay. Let's see. 14 blocks. I think it was 23 wide. I'm trying to think if we can make something that's reasonable to have this work for me. There's a 9er. One thought is put hoppers and then a spillover system into there. Again, it's just so friggin' donkey. And I don't want to put it in as an add-on to the world because if anything happens with it, then I have to fix my new save, so. Let's catch up with chat real quick. Yep, build challenge announced tomorrow, so look forward to that. Yeah, I think that could have been it too, but it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, you know, it does show some carelessness with that. It's like, you know, I think they should have gone back at this point and just fixed it. Like, you know, it's not hard to add more in or just move it closer. Like, if you moved it closer, you can back a truck right between those two posts. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, just move it close to the fucking rail, and then we can side tip. Like, move it within 3 blocks of. You know, because we already have a max width on trains. So make it like 1 block past that. You know the train's going to make it past it, and then it can tip right into it. You know? It's kind of silly. Alright, so I have an idea here. So let's see. So what I think I want to do is spawn it in with an add-on at the time that the train gets there. Shit, these are going to be all... They start pre-fill with coal. And then I have to drag them all down here. Because I like to make some smaller coal cars too. I like having more cars on the train. That's kind of fun to me. So now that we have a loco that can deal it. So how many blocks did I say? 14. Oh my god. It's insanely large. 14 blocks is a long way, dude. That's huge, man. Oh my god. That's how big this would have to be. And then it's gonna have to be at least 3 more. Jesus. Ugh. It's tough, man. Tough. You know, this is something I wish they would just go back. Again, I haven't made the video for it, but it's like, come on, guys. Help me out and tell this is a problem. They know it's a problem. People have said it, you know. But let's see. Yeah, I'm not. This is not. This is just gonna be garish as hell to do this. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how it is. I was gonna originally have a tip, but I might not have a tip. Let's say this is. Let's try something here. Just start measuring. You know, when I was working on something for this the other day, I should have like started by measuring. I was trying to come up with ideas first, and I was trying to make them look all right, and that's kind of the problem. Is it's hard to make this look all right. let's see. We could probably get it. I could probably take out 2 sets there. I want to see how this sits. So, like, add-on would spawn in like this. Okay. So, like, what I want to be able to do is, like, say we're playing multiplayer and we're ready to dump, or I'm playing solo and ready to dump. I would just spawn this in, and this would essentially convey it right in. And then, you know, the height of the car, this could then do side dumps, and it would side dump into here. You know, I don't want a permanent add-on, and then... I don't know what the vehicle file is for this place, so it's kind of hard to open up the vehicle file, because I could edit this and drop it down a little and extend it in. But the problem is you start editing the game files and then something breaks, you know, it screws up the whole save, so I don't want to do that. Alright, so we can get away with 4 of these. Alright, so let's go back. Two, three, 4, cut 2 off. Okay. Try something here. Yeah, it's one of the criticisms I definitely get when people make is like something like this. You know, there are certain things that like people imagine would be easy, like, oh, just make multiplayer workbenches. Like that could require massive engine changes to make it even possible. But something like this is like literally this is a vehicle built in game. Like they could take an hour and fix this. You know, that's why that frustration I certainly get. See. Oh, shit. Wish I didn't make this backwards now, so I flip every time. Supposed to be in the way. So that looks pretty good. Now I gotta see how wide the train is. This might have to even come in a little bit, but that's, let's see. So that's working. Yes, that works. That's not bad. That's kind of like a quick and dirty little way to fix this that, you know, would work. It's pretty simple, you know. Just like a little side conveyor to make this work. Pretty stable. I'd have to see what it looks like with a train car, so let's put a train car on here. See how crunched we are when I put a car in there. This is also weird, the movement in here. The F like moves you, and then we can... I am glad they had the camera, like the consistent... Like, we can actually move now, but it, does it have the camera changes? No, I don't think I can change the camera. It's doing like that pinned camera shit. Let's see if we can find some sort of coal car. Sideways as well. Helpful. Piss off you. Piss off you. This is the way I was doing it before. You see I got this long dong under there. Alright, so like this is right on the rails, so that's probably pretty close. Let's go with this again. We're getting there. Can't be a static object because I need it to tip. That. Okay. Yeah, so like this would be able to, you could have side tips come in here and just, like the nice thing with the add-on is it's quick to just throw it in there. Alright, so take a look at this. Try to see how far my cars stick over, but I kind of want to just make something that I can play with here. It dumps right in. Let's read some chat. I think there are certain search and rescue boats that have the red lights. So I don't know. I said hi to Raptor Federation. It just was when OBS decided that the standard microphone I've used for years is not the one that you want to use today. You want to use something I've never used before. Thanks, OBS. Appreciate that. So, trying to think how we want to do this. Let's try something else, too. What's that? Let's see. That is 1, 2. Let's say that's 3 blocks tall. Can we make something super frickin' simple? Question. I'm curious, here, let's make something, and then I'm curious if I can just make a slide. My mind of the map. That's not helpful. Put me on top of the map, please. See, that's what I think happens in multiplayer when I teleport. Like, you saw me under the map, and then it throws me up above the map, and that's why I think everybody in game goes flying up when we're doing multiplayer. I think that's an issue with that. before I do that, let's measure this. 11. Okay. Try to see if I can get something that is actively, like, doesn't move. It's tall pretty quick. Let's try 4 bangers. Something simple like that. Curious how tall that's gonna be. There first. I need something to test that. Let's see. See how this flows. Sure that's full. It is. Okay, good. Not sure about next multi. Let's see. If I can make this, I can make this kind of an interesting part to the facility. Like I was thinking of making it articulated where it tips. So like the car tips in there and then it tips itself. That could be kind of interesting. Instead of just being something boring. Let's see. Something this simple, like they could put in the game, like very short period of time, it would work. Make life much easier. Deep enough. Jump, dickhead. Jump. Jesus, what's that? Yeah. Let's go back. I want to make a pretty standard coal car, and then like the facility would have some weird contraption to move it to 2 feet. They should have moved it closer. But yeah, I'm not sure about the next multi. We'll have to think of that. Maybe in the weekend, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how the. I don't want to put on a multi too either when challenge is going. Yeah, I don't mind doing it at some point during it, but just the first weekend. Let's see. I really want to try doing a walking floor, but I can't get one working. A walking floor would be really cool, but it doesn't work with the coal pieces, I don't think. Problem is this can't be static if this now is doing this. I think it's something like this where it dumps it in. And so you should be able to dump like the whole car. I forget how much time you have, but you have enough time to then dump it up. So. I should have measured that. Which side is this on? Let's get rid of one of these. I don't know. This starts getting me frustrated when I start doing this shit because I'm like, I'm trying to fix their like things that they built incorrectly that like should have been an easy fix for them to do, and it starts frustrating me. Like the You know, I understand moving on from the last thing they built and making something new, but it's like, this is such an easy fix to like just add hoppers underground and push it right under there and be done. And you know, it'd be something responsive the community's been asking for. It's pretty freaking easy to do as far as I'm concerned. You know, it's not like a big code change. You're literally just changing the way the position of the vehicle itself. Like, this is kind of interesting because it's, you know, it gives you something to do while you're standing there at the facility, but symmetry off. Come on. So I don't mind having something for me to do unless the facility's kind of, you know, positive, but measure that wrong. I guess I didn't. Okay. That's an interesting idea. I really want to get this metal stuff done, so if we do multiplayer, we can have an actual kind of way to do it. How's it going there, Rasmus? Good to see you. Which direction does it need to face to go in? The opposite direction? Have to flip them. come up with something that I might like here. We'll see. Backsplash needs to be taller on that, I think. Okay. Yeah, definitely use a tall backsplash. It's right there. That. Try to make something that keeps static, so it can't have moving parts itself. So that's kind of why I'm doing it this way, is trying to keep something that's static. That I can spawn in when I get the Metal Ore Foundry, spawn it in with an add-on, so it doesn't have to be a permanent add-on that inevitably will break. This way, it can be there when it needs to be. Get to the chat in a second, guys. I just want to, I want to build a car, for the new car to the new standard, and so I kind of need to get the solution done, and then I know, like, the standard to which the car needs to be built. So. Until this is kind of figured how I want this to operate, then I can't really build the car, you know. Ooh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna be able to make that short. Okay, nice. Let's see. Let's get the angle right. So it can be 2, which is nice. Alright, let's try it. This static, true. Alright, good. So that will sit like this. Static, can't move. I'll shorten these up so they're only 2. It looks like it belongs at the facility. And then it will dump in like this. And because it'll only be 2 and the funnels will be right there, it will not interfere with the actual, like if you're doing a dump truck anyway. Like something like this they could add that would be kind of cool, you know, it's not, doesn't have to be super complicated. Alright, so that's pretty good. That's working how I want, for the most part. Needs a battery to work with the add-on editor, but we'll work on that. Okay, good. So that's kind of, I think, the best. Looks like it's industrial, should be at the facility, so. Alright, so these can be 2, which is nice. So. Leave one full of coal to test. Get this actually placed, and then I'll be able to then I can start working on the car, and maybe we'll use the career game and go and do some mining. And this is going to be the see how that lines up the tracks. It's pretty square, I think. And so, like, the car will come, and it will have a little door that drops down on the side right into that area, and then the funnel will spit it right in. So. I didn't make it static, that's why it's pissed off. so that sits right there like that. So we pull up. All right, you pull the car up here. It would. I cut some of that curse off there, but I think we're fine. So that falls in there. Like it'll have a little door that will help it along. And then you'll just press the toggle button. Might make it so that, yeah, I think I'm gonna make it constant on. I don't know. Sometimes I might want to stop it, so probably good to have a toggle button. See if it works without infinite electricity. It should now that it has a battery on it. Phone going off like crazy. All right, so yeah, I think that will work fine. That's a reasonable solution, and then that can be brought up whenever I actually want to come here and do it. So let's make that a little bit. Let's make that 1 by 1s. Let's go ahead and pick the coal out, and let's make it. I think I want it as constant on. Yeah, let's do that. All right, make some progress on this. Yeah, I was very excited when this came out, and just these little things make it so that it's such a pain in the ass to do, especially by yourself, that it's tough, you know, so it's, you know, it's pretty obvious at this point they don't intend on fixing it, so I'm probably just gonna, let's probably do this, expect to have to do this, you know. Yeah, that statement's not necessarily right, you know, they could intend to fix it, it's just, again, it's not high priority, which I get that. But, you know, for me, it's something, it's part of the game that I like to use, so it's kind of high priority for me. And, you know, I kind of understand that when people get annoyed with a certain function of the game, it's like, for them, that's very high priority. And then for other people or the devs, it's not, you know, so I get that. It kind of sucks when the thing you want is not high priority, you know. But that is the way it is sometimes, you know. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and get all the coal out of here. Those are good. That is going to Zippo. Zippo, Zappo. And then you. Constant on right there. Beauteous. So it's going to try to dump all the time, and then if there's nothing there, it can't dump it. And if there is something, it will just dump it right in. Go, all right. So I'm trying to see what the height is going to be on this here, so. All right, so it's right off the tracks. It's looking at, those are 4-bangers, and that is, no, they're not. Are they 4-bangers? Those are 2-bangers, so we'll talk. To get that at least 4 off the ground, I'd say we should be good. A little bit lower, maybe. I'll test it. I didn't put any coal in there, but I'll put a couple on me. It's probably pretty good there. Okay, make that static. Save that. Okay. And then we're good for now. All right, let's read some chat. How's it going, Captain Eagle? How are you? How's it going there, Citrus? How are ya? Not too much. Trying to fix the dumping at the industrial foundry so that we can actually make some metal cars. How's it going there, Xhorus? How are ya? Are pipes broke at the moment? What do you mean, are pipes broken at the moment? Like, be more specific. You're Captain Eagle, I'm not sure what you're saying. Can't test it if I don't know what you mean. Yeah, that's just the way of it sometimes, Alistair, is like you can have a build that takes you months that nobody downloads, and you can have one that like you slap together in an hour and it gets real popular. It's, you know, the populace is fickle at times. Same thing with like when I make videos. Like I made a video last night that like took a lot of effort. It wasn't that much effort, but like it took a lot of cutting work to make that short. And it's got like 346 views, and I had one that like was super fast, got 40,000. You know, so it's like, what do you, Captain Eagle? You keep saying these like nondescript things, like, or rather pumps being broken. Like, what do you mean? Are there low flow rates? Are they not flowing at all? Like, what do you mean by pipes or pumps being broken? Like, what is the thing that is not working? I am trying to pump from a tank to another tank, and I cannot pump from tank A to B. Here's the workshop example. That's how you actually get help with something. Like, when the more specific you are, the more likely people are to be able to give you not only help, but help with the right thing. Because if you just like, if you make something really vague, then you're gonna get vague answers, and vague answers lead to frustration because you keep trying to, you know, use the fixes people are suggesting, and they're trying their best to help, but they can't give you something specific. So the more specific you are, the better. Pumps only get 10 liters per second of seawater. That's because of the fluid port. It's been like that for a very long time. It's been like that for months. It's a fluid port issue. So. Like here. Doesn't need to be this big, but. Alright, here's 2 tanks. Empty tank, full tank, alright? So on this one here, we'll punch a spawner in. Make it fresh water. Alright. Go ahead, we'll ventilate the tanks. As you should always be doing. So that's what you'd be doing in real life, is ventilating tanks. Take a gas port. Gas relief valve right there. Fluids. liquid relief valve just to make sure that we are only pushing liquid this direction. Alright, so we're going to pump from one side to the other. Do this real quick. Oh, it didn't drop in the world yet. There, it's back. Alright. Barometer, so we can read the pressure easily without having to look at the fluid ports. We can look at the fluid ports. Liquid meter. Okay. Drag to the floor, please. Thank you. And the electricity's on. Alright. Got 4,500 liters in there. Nothing in there. Let's pump this one here. Alright, you're going to get an initial swell, and then you're going to get... So you started moving at 60, it's going to go down to whatever its max is going to be. So you see where the limiting factor tends to be at this point the fluid ports. Fluid ports are around 10 liters per second is where they cap out. Alright, this one's lower because the pump is slowing it down there. But the fluid port is a limiting factor. They did that a while ago. We're about 10% full. Alright, let's pump with this one. Alright, you get a big surge, and then you get low flow rates. Alright, air should be going in here. It is. Air should be going out of there. I don't know why the air's still coming in here. Drawing out vacuum on the side. Why? No, we're high on that side. Okay. Alright, so the pressure is... why is the pressure so high on this side? Oh, it's because, yeah, it spawned compressed. The liquid spawned compressed is why. Alright. So now this one, where are we at here? 8. That one's off. That's why that one's not moving. So, they've been like this for quite a while. Limiting factor tends to be the fluid ports. You could try blowing air through there, but it depends on how fast you can push air out. So you could try pressurizing it, but you need to understand some of the pressure value is going to be the liquids. So, you know, you could go without liquid valves, get a big surge as we start, but see, the number looks big. It looks impressive, like we're pushing more liquid. We're not. We're pushing air with the liquid, so the number is higher. You know, so you can do this without if you want, but part of that is going to be air. Now, it's a little bit faster if you push the air with it, but it's going to go until you max these out. So if you max these out, these are just letting air out. Eventually, the barometer pressure, if you look, the barometric pressure is going up in that volume. Eventually, the pressure is going to get really high in there, and the pumps are going to slow down. You notice the pumps keep slowing down. It's because you're building up barometric pressure in here, so the pressure is fighting you, pushing it in. You can do more air relief valves if you want, but like part of this number is us just moving air from here to there. So if you look, we're sucking air in from this volume and pushing in here. So this looks more impressive, like we're moving huge quantities of water. We're not necessarily moving huge quantities of water. You know, we're just moving air and water. You know, like we're moving more water now because we don't get any blockages, but we're not moving incredible amounts of water. But pumps are working, as you can see. We are pumping from one side to the other. That's why you got to be specific. Like when you say, "Are pumps not working?" Pumps are working. You can see pumps are working. They're pumping from one place to the other, as a pump's job is. So, but let's see. That moved it. I don't know how many seconds that took, but about halfway and however long that was. So pumps are working. How's it going there, Jay Cataclysm? How are you? Turn down the music? No, that's fine. Yeah, it's not annoying when you guys let me know. I have no clue what it's gonna sound like on the stream, so yeah, just let me know. Somebody was asking if pumps are broken, and the pumps aren't broken, so they're pumping water, so checking the flow rates on there. All right, let's see. All right, so let's get out of here and go to. I want to get a mineral car going here. So kind of got a solution, or a somewhat of a solution to the issues of moving minerals in and out of the metal ore foundry. All right, so this one I'm just gonna get rid of. This, let's see. Actually, let's pull this real quick. I have to work on my base car here. Let's what has the hand crank? The hand crank's on the D6. I need to fix my base model here. These are I forgot to put the panels, or I cut the panels off my base accidentally. Now I don't have them on there. Okay, let's try to get that base fixed here. Plug these in. Hand valve value. What the hell is that about? Oh, that goes out to the brakes for hand valves. I haven't decided how to integrate the brakes yet, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix a bunch of shit, which is fine. Trying to just get the basis of this car kind of want like a template that's pretty much ready to go. I gotta work on this hand valve here. I don't want to have to hand valve every car, that's the thing. They'll all spawn with the hand valve on. It won't be a big pain in the ass. I might do no hand valve on these. I'm trying to decide if it's worth doing it. The brakes start on. I don't know if I want to bother with the hand valve. I could make it hand valve. I'm trying to think. Brakes are on. So. Could make this like the manual release. Trying to make this like actually useful. So let's see. Alright, if the reservoir tank is... Okay, so if the pressure gets too low, go ahead and put the brakes on. That, okay, so let's do minus... valve here, what it's going to. Okay, -1. That's fine. So what I'll do is instead of the hand valve putting the brakes on, it'll take the brakes off. So they'll default to the on position when it's disconnected, and the hand valve will take them off. So if you need to manually move a car, you'd crank the hand valve, because I don't want to have to go out to every car every time I spawn them and take the brakes off. The locomotive's fine, I do that once. Like, I'm putting together 20 cars. I don't have to go shut the hand valve off in 20 cars, but it will be, if I need to manually move it, I can shut it off, so that works. Alright, so the brakes should default on. They are. Okay, then hand valve. I don't know which way it's going to start. But okay. It's not working? Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be on this side. I fucked this one up and never fixed it. Okay. I fixed it on some of my builds. I didn't fix it on the template. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, that would be why that didn't work. Alright, so brakes should default on. Yep. Alright, you press the button and move the hand valve. Now the brakes are off. Okay, so we should be able to push it. Alright, so we can push the cars now. So then if you want them back on, press the button, crank them. And why the fucking brake's not coming on? Interesting. That's negative. Yeah, I gotta look at this. Alright. Just gonna get rid of this. I don't need that on there. If the RPS is greater than 0, I want to increase that. If it's RPS less than 0, I want to decrease that. Okay, so it's either going to be a 0 or a -1. Hook that all up, right? Yep, that's there. Okay. All right, so I have if the reservoir tank. Why is? Let me see. This might be wrong. Okay, no, that's fine. So if the reservoir tank. Why I did it this way. The absolute value of the reservoir tank is between 0 and 1. Put the park brake on. Why the fuck am I doing that? I'm trying to think why I'm doing that. Reservoir tank. Think what I'm doing here. I know there's a reason I did this. I'm trying to remember. Get rid of this extra new bullshit I put in there and then figure it out. Alright, so we have the barometer. So it's going to be the reservoir tank minus the standard barometer. Alright, so if we're at ambient pressure, essentially, it's putting the park brake on. I don't know how that's going to work with air still in the tank, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work with air still in the tank. Brake disconnect blow rate. Okay, let's see. Valve panel 1 or 2. Valve front, valve rear. Alright, so if, okay, so if that going, let me see. Okay, so if I don't have the valves on, it's gonna reset the brakes. Alright, so that's how I'm doing it, is the valves cause the blowout valve to open to 1, I believe. Yeah. So it blows all the air out of the system when I shut the valves, and that way it puts the brakes back on. That makes sense. I'm trying to decide if I want this hand valve on here or not. That's the problem. And this will read a negative number. Okay, that's going to be the problem, is this is going to potentially go to... It's going to be in this... okay, so that's not going to work like this. Let's do... What happened to the music? We didn't get through 2 friggin... Why is this one so quiet? Some of these songs, I think, get copyrighted and taken down, and then it's not in the mix anymore. Right, let's see. I should be able to just change this here and make this work. So let's try this now. Alright, brake should default on. Yep, they are. All right, let's take them off with the hand valve. Okay, what the fuck? All right, so this should be reading reservoir tank, standard atmospheres. So essentially what this is doing is if, so the tanks blow out. When I shut the valves off, both these valves open up and they let all the air out. So essentially what it's doing is it's comparing the standard atmosphere here. And what I should do is just say, screw this shit and do that. Let's test that. Fuck, that doesn't fix that, does it? No, these aren't on. It could have been because I had the plus Y in there. That should work. Let's get rid of this here. Get rid of the plus Y for now. Let's try this. Okay. The brake should be on. Our brakes are on. Let's see what the tanks are doing. Reservoir tank is currently at 1 atmosphere because this valve's open and this valve's open. And so these are close. All right, let's do, I should be able to get something simple in there. Okay. What am I doing here? Thought I pressed B and then it didn't do it, so I thought about doing something else. All right, let's do this. Put it right there. Yeah, let's do that. It's better. All right. Got a couple options. There's always 10 different ways to do it. I'm trying to make it so that it works on everything. So that's kind of why I'm doing it this way. Do it as a simple add here. This will read -1 when I do the hand valve. Alright, so brakes should be on. Brakes are on, okay. I want to manually take the brakes off. Alright, now the brakes are manually off. I can push this. Okay, and then if I put the... Actually, I hit the button by accident. Okay. I don't know which way this is going now. Why is this not adding the fucking brakes back on? That's the question to me. Come on, man. What the fuck is this doing? How is that not doing shit? Oh, I have to hold it for 3 seconds. Why the fuck am I doing that? That's annoying. That's probably why. I wasn't holding it for 3 seconds. Okay, so brakes are on. The only way to get them off is to do the hand valve and crank them off. Alright, now we can push it. There we go. Now they come back on. I gotta hold it for 3 seconds to get it to come back on. Alright. Now the brakes are back on. Alright, that works alright for me. Let's make this our new template. Trying to get T-Bis kind of worked on and done. See, T-Bis, rolling stock, template backup. Ah, there we go. Let's read some chat, huh? How's it going there, Sergeant? Good to see you. Oh, it's beautiful without Control S. I played mostly Tarkov yesterday, but already it's like... It was constantly just like... I would get to wanting to move around in the editor, and I'd be like... I'd have to stop and think about it because I was like, shit, I don't want to get Control S again. And so now I don't have to worry about it. It's beautiful. Glad they fixed it. No, I didn't turn off the music. It was just the... Yeah, I get all these royalty-free playlists is what I play, and sometimes I think what happens is you'll get like a dead 3 minutes, and it's because that song got booted. And so I think it just was coincidentally it went into a booted song. Music quiet. Yeah. It also changed playlists too. It changed from kind of a head-kicking playlist to a not head-kicking playlist. Yeah, I know they keep the pressure in the wagon. They do the same thing with tractor trailers, but this way, this is the way I like to do it. The blowout system. And the reason too, Rasmus, why I do it this way, yeah, it's the same than a tractor trailer. You leave air in the system, but you know, the reason why I'm doing it this way is, for example, let's say I wanted to move. Let's take a pressure tank. Could do it a different way, but yeah, I'm trying to simplify a lot of this shit too to make it work. So like this here, let's go. I want to be able to do a compressor to get the brakes off too. Yeah, there's not enough pressure in this tank. Let's do a regular air tank, see if we can get the pressure. So I was thinking, one of the reasons I did this way was I was also thinking about removing the brakes with air pressure, and you had to carry a tank with you, but I think that's gonna be a pain in the balls. So let me see. So like with this, we have the brakes are on and the air tanks are empty. And you see the valves are open, so the air tanks are empty. This is pressurized 21, and so what you do is you open a valve, and it should let air into the reservoir. All right, and then that should release the brakes. So you release the brakes. So that's kind of why I did it this way, is so you could just take an air tank and release the brakes. And then if you close the valve, it vents all the air and stops it. So that's kind of why I did that. Yeah, I could make it so it doesn't blow air out, but I'm happy with the way it is now. If I want to change it later, I'll change it later, but... All right, let's get working on what we were actually trying to work on here, which was the mineral car. Should have this saved. All right, so on a simple side dump mineral car here with a, so we'll do Omni dump, and we'll do thinking of side tips. So like here, let's find some side dump rail cars. There are a bunch, some physically dumped. So the nice thing is like we can do like a bunch of different designs too over time. Like you have these side dumps, big hydraulic cylinders. These are huge. To actually physically tip it, and then you have like this one here has a door on either side that dumps it. That's super old school. Like this here, as you can see, door pops and it drops over. Again, the design was fine at the base. They just moved it so friggin' far away. That's the problem. You know, you have these, they're sloped on the inside, and then it just opens the door and they go out. Have these type of side dumpers. These. Kind of like this design. Trying to see how tall it has to be too. We'll kind of indicate what design to go with. That kind of side dumper there. Because I have to put a funnel on, which I wish I didn't have to do, but I wish you could just tip the hoppers and they would go. Like this is kind of a cool design here. I can open it, that's gonna be tiny. But it has like ramps on it. Trying to see how high this has to be. Let's go ahead and what we'll do is let's go and head back in the add-on editor. Actually, let's do this. Let's not fuck this up real quick. Let's go. Did you autosave? You did. Okay, perfect. All right. Let's see the width of this and the height. Still way too far away. Well, the tipping, I might do a high tip on this. So this actually could be kind of cool to do a tipper flap on this one, make it work. So that's nice and low. A bunch of tipping cars we could do with this. Kind of like the idea of the tipping flap. You gotta make sure the coal runs down it fine though, and that's the thing. Alright. So it's well below, which is pretty much all I was checking. Okay. It's well below, which is all I was really checking there. Alright. So I was thinking of doing like a gravity drop anyway, so let's go ahead and Thinking omnidirectional. Full width? Give me the full width, thanks. Oh, fuck. I knew I was going to miss something. Always miss a little bit. That's fine. Always, 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 always. Capacity-wise here, I don't want these to have too huge a capacity. 3 by 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 3 by 8, 648 so far. 648 so far. Thinking of like a side flapper design, a dual side flapper. Up to 810 capacity-wise. Okay. Gonna be to see if this will actually fall properly or not. That's another question here. You're off one, you're off one. Okay. Alright, let's go test that. I'm just trying to see how far they fling so I know how long I need to make the flapper door. Let's read some chat. Yeah, the way like a tractor trailer does it, and I think trains do it pretty much similarly, is in tractor trailer, and you have you have the red line will release the brakes. So you push in the red line, and it sends air out to the air cans to overcome the springs, and that releases the brakes. So it's the pressurizing of the system releases the brakes. And then the service brakes, the pedal, when you step on the pedal, it then it pushes it, puts air on the other side of the air can, and it applies the brakes. And so then when you close the red valve, it will then blow out what's in the air can. And it blows out the air can, which then makes the air can empty. And if the air can is empty, it will then do it. So you know what I might do is I might make it so that the blowout valve just goes on the air can side. So I think that might be what I do. I think I said hi to Sergeant. Thank you for hanging out in Twitch as well, Sergeant. I appreciate that. I'm up to 2.86 out of 3, so we're getting there. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Fucking music. I'm gonna leave it where I'm leaving it. I'm not listening to any more commentary on the music. So. Yep, that's good. I don't care if you build whatever you like. Alright, let's go ahead and fix this. Alright, so I think I'll move that thing closer to. Alright, so let's see how far this flings standard, and then we'll worry about it. So let's see what the drop is. The drop, oh, perfect. We have a lot of drop left here, so we've got a good 2-3 blocks, so that's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and we'll save this. This actually is pretty good where it is, I think. Alright, that's pretty damn... Yeah, with a little lip, that'll work. Gorgeous. Alright, that's going to be good. Alright, good. So let's go get that fixed up. Nice. I don't want the cars, again, I don't want the cars to be too big. Because then it's like I have one train car. It's like I want to have... I'd much rather have a bunch of smaller cars. I think that's more fun. Alright, let's go ahead. I gotta work the mechanism for this, so it's gonna be... Alright, let's fix a bunch of this. Alright, let's cut one off there. I want the door flush mounted. Okay. Let's go like the... Pivot. I'm thinking the pivot point so that it pivots correctly where I want it to. It could be here. It's just here. We'll make this dummy thick right here. Okay. Okay. All right, so that door would drop like that, make our contiguous ramp. And then it gets pushed back up and yeah, so it'd sit like that. Let's make sure this dumps properly. Oh, fuck, I took off the toggle button. Of course I did. Now we gotta... I'm getting off this playlist. This playlist has too many skip songs. Playlist is just like dead song after dead song after dead song. Alright, let's get the toggle in there. Probably go test this right out. Yeah, one of the things I try to get a reasonable height drop on the coal coming out. That way it has a... Going to hell? Where do we go for a second there? So it has a reasonable chance to... essentially, the further it falls, the more energy it's going to have to pop in, you know? What the hell is fucking backwards? Ugh. Come on, man. Oh, it's fine. I didn't load it yet. All right, we're good. I didn't load the add-on yet. I was like, what the hell? Why is it not edited? That's why I can't think about too many things at once. Oh, fuck. All right, good. All right, there we go. Seems like every one of these spawns sideways, too. I can rotate them 90. Sure, that's the right one. Yep, that's the right side. Okay. The correct side. Let's put it that way. All right, so... Yeah, put it backwards. Why wouldn't I put it backwards? Okay, there we go. That's the weight hitting it. That's going to be powered down anyway. But all right. So we're close. So this, I'll fix this. And then that can go closer. So that can go closer by quite a bit. Let's add a full 3 bang on that. We'll add a whole nother duct on there and we'll slide this. All right. And that will be close enough. Probably just do it straight gravity drop. I might not even need the door if I do it the other way. We'll have to see. The door kind of hides the fact that it's not an actual bin. That's one of the reasons why I like doing it that way. Okay, let's go ahead and we will get rid of you. Thank you. I don't need you. Okay. All right. What the fuck is the music doing now? Can you guys hear this music? I've got nothing on my end. Now, see you later, Erasmus. Literally nothing in the music. Like, now I can hear it. Is it too loud on you guys? Let me boot it down on your guys' side. It's got to be an OBS thing because, like, literally, I didn't make any of these changes. And now, like, OBS is all fucked up this morning. That's why I was muted when I came in. That was an OBS problem. It's like, what the hell's OBS doing today? All right, good. Yeah, I don't know what the Christ is up with the music, too. That's brutal. Like, constantly fucked up. I think it's an OBS problem. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna repower this. Can't be grab drop because it's gonna coal's enough for us to throw it. So do that. Yeah, like I look at my like I go up to -20 and then the music's going up to like, I don't know, 0.5. All right, hopefully that's all right there. You guys, I'm sure will let me know if the music's fucked up. Make that one static. Okay, let's save that. And then this should be able to dump on either side now, theoretically. I don't know if I put the toggles on both, or hook the toggles up to both sides, but we'll fix it if I didn't. You know, I want a little precision too, where I actually have to get the cars right where they're supposed to be too. So I want some precision on this as well. All right. We got one stuck, a bunch stuck. Fuck shit. They don't like this crack. You don't like that crack there? Okay. The height's good, though. I could tip the whole thing to curious about the subgrids, but we'll see. Alright. But this is nice and low now, so we should be pretty good. I might be able to get rid of some of those side doors. Let's go ahead and go back to here. Go back to here. Want to... No, please leave me alone there. Whatever that pop-up was. Thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know, the simpler I can make this, the better, and the less likely we'll have problems, so... keeping that in mind as well. Might be able to get away with not having any door at all, just a closure door. Make sure this one's plugged in the other side too. In case I inevitably tip the wrong way, still be able to do the test. Where are we at here? All right, good. Let's go ahead and grab the add-on. Keeps spawning me way out here too, so I gotta move the camera every time I come here. Okay, there, guy. I gotta make sure everything goes by here too, because like this is on the hairy edge of hitting this, so I gotta be real careful with that. So that falls up, fucking stuck. I might try one funnel because I think two funnels is just really pancaking it and making it worse. Okay, I got a couple things I can do here. Problem is, I don't want the car too tall either. Okay, I got an idea of what to do now. Problem is, I gotta run all the way back up here to do any sort of changes and then go back. It's time consuming. I think I get an idea of how to fix it. I'm too restrictive height-wise. So, I'm thinking... So this will give the funnels more space to drop it. Actually, now doing it this way too, I can also put the funnels in the front here. So that's a thought as well. let's leave it like this. If they fall straight down, they're going to gets a little bit of gravity push, and it will hit this and bounce, and they'll bounce in a little bit better, I think. Go back here again. Wanted to do some career today, but this would take forever to get this done. Yeah, once we get this built, I can build a bottom dump version of it too for coal, and do some coal mining. Oh, let's zoom the way the crazy out here again. No more shock of that is. So that's... Jump, please. That's got more space. Stuck, you bitch. Come on. It's obnoxious. Let's try a side tip. It's not bad. It's just I want consistency. So there are a couple designs I was thinking. See what the side. I'm trying to measure this. I want this. Let's change some things up too here. Let's see. Change some scaling up on this too. Go in one. But of course, that's going to be the direction that is. still good on all that shit. That's good. What is that hitting now? Okay, that's fine. What? Nope, nope. What the hell did it not? Didn't grab the fucking microcontroller. That's fucking annoying, man. There we go. The middle one's not. Yeah, the middle one's got donkeyed up now. It's all screwed up now. What the hell did I do there? One more. Gotta go to all of the different design choices that I have here for this. This is gonna be a tipper. Add some tip to it. trying to think. I don't think I want to do a full tipper. I do want a bunch of cars though, so I want to have a nice long train that has to like move. So. Also trying to think of, like, we have to make sure we can build this sucker too. So. I think I can get that close. Let's see. I can get that close. Can't get any closer though, can I? No, that one right there screws it. Yeah, that screws it right there. Enough in here to test it. Pain in the ass. Real big pain in the ass here. I think I always have to think of, like, how the hell is the truck loading this too? And that's part of the problem too, is I'm like, the taller I make this, the bigger that's a pain in the ass. So I gotta worry about that as well. Starts getting too tall, the trucks aren't gonna be able to load this fucking thing. That becomes a problem. Side tip is becoming more and more likely because I can do some other shit with the side tip as well, so. so that angle is enough to get them all to come out. Let's work on a flapper door to see, because I don't have much side space, so I want to get a flapper door on here. Yeah, the issue being that this should be able to get some some trucks up to this. Now, let's get a flapper door in here, so let's go. I don't like looking at funnels, so let's do that. Could do a straight lift door. That would be kind of interesting, I think. Check on that. Yeah, that could be kind of interesting, to a straight lift door. This wouldn't need to be powered down. This could just grab down. Trying to make it snazzy too. I don't want it weird, you know, I don't want it to be boring. I kind of want to have some interest with it. Of course, I put the toggle button there. Why wouldn't I? My God, J, please. Press J. There we go. Excellent. Why is that holding it now? It should be going up. That's fucking backwards. Alright, that's why. Let me look at them. Are they both friggin' backwards, or are they just the one? I can't tell which way you're going. Down, down. Okay, at least they're going the same direction. Why are they going up? Like, the linear tracks are usually so weak they just slide on their own until you want them to slide on their own. Then they don't do shit. Do I have it tooltips off? How did that happen? Let's see. I have tooltips. What? You can't get the linear. Alright, because I'm no clipping and I didn't notice it. They can't see the linear track reading, which is fucking weird. Okay. So nothing gets stuck at that angle. Let me read some chat here. Yeah, I'm not doing shake. Don't have that lip there. Does anything get stuck? And further simplify that, that would be great. Let's try this real quick. Why is it going up? What in the sweet name of Christ? And I can't read what it's telling it to do. I don't get the fuck. Should be reading 0. And it's going up. Why? Defaults as 0. Why are you going up linear tracks? Generally, the linear tracks are such weak, so friggin' weak, that that's a pain in the ass because they won't slide on their own. You gotta make them slide. It's annoying. Let's try something. That's why it's like normally linear tracks you have to have grippers because they're too weak to hold themselves. Did they increase that and not tell us? That could be the case, you know. Oh, come on. Get the fuck out of the way here. Go. I want to slide down and you know, hit that slope block. coal isn't as strong enough to hit it, but it might not be. Yeah, I like that gravity flap door better. And everything comes out. That might be it. I like that the best. Did jam some coal on that one. Okay. We could power it. I gotta change the strength on it. Read the fucking numbers, I guess. Which way is up? I like that. It's pretty good. We can do some decorating on that. That works. All right, let's go save this, test it. I'm getting there. I think it's gonna get like segmented. Go. Fuck. Camera is really not helpful at the moment. One side's connected. It's probably like a good chance that it's gonna be the wrong way. Oh, we'll try it. We'll flip it if we need to. See, flipped. Shaka. Alright, so we're just looking for misses. See if we miss any. Nope. Everything comes out. Everything goes in. Couple misses here and there aren't too bad. But that looks like that works. And then shut it back off. And it closes. It's going to be all gravity fed. Let's start decorating this up. Why my phone's going off constantly? Alright, good. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's fix this add-on. I know we're good now, so let's, geez, do the add-on, please, thanks. Edit that, let's get rid of this, and then we know that that thing is good, so let's go ahead and save. So, you know, when I want to come here, what I'll do is I'll open up and launch the add-on, and that add-on will do it. The only problem is multiplayer if I have any other add-ons open, but I'm pretty much leaving add-ons up for, you know, theoretically I could add that to the multiplayer. It's permanently there. That's pretty low impact. That could probably stay, especially in the multiplayer world. I don't mind starting that over again, so I'll permanently put that in the multiplayer world, this thing. But that works pretty well. All right, let's go work on that. So I think proof of concept is working fine. There are some problems. The problems being that we have to, like, it's pretty tall, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to get this to, you know, to get trucks to empty into it, or vehicles to empty into it. You know, but I can make some augers too that make it, because I want it to be fun, so it's gonna make it kind of fun doing some of that stuff. So. Please be odd. Yes, thank you. I hate when it's not odd. But annoying. Okay. Okay. Wonder if it could go down a little bit too. Not really. No, it had to go up to make that work. So why not? Yes, the way it worked IRL is, you know, you'd have the old gravity feed to the center spout essentially. Make it look like it would IRL. I put in, of course, I put the microcontrollers in there. Move them. Go somewhere else. What I could do is make this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this the. Say I could make this the bottom dump as well. Let's do that because then I don't have to make a separate bottom dump trailer. Let's cut in here. Yeah, we can do that, and then that will make this. See, I'm afraid that these are gonna choose. These, I doubt these are gonna fall to the other side. We'll test it, but I doubt it. So this could be bottom dump as well. And that will let it go right in the bottom, and it will. Then we can dump coal at Spot Cakes or Komodo or O'Neill. Yeah. It's a good fastening and everything there, so that looks pretty good. Now we have plenty of space to hide micros in there somewhere. Theoretically. Yeah, right in there is good. All right. Okay, come on. Symmetry. Piece right off symmetry. All right, then I want to duplicate this. Now it'll be the center door. So this way it will do everything. It will do side dump, bottom dump. Oh, you're gonna be obnoxious, huh? Make me have to move everything again. Jock there. This one here will be, there's no, let's see, do we do a door on this one? I think we could probably do kind of a cool dump door on this one. Yeah, we should be able to do a cool center dump door on this. Alright, so that'll be the center dump doors, and we'll move some of this faff around. Stop, grab other things. So that'll be the center door there. That will open up for the... We do bottom dump. Where to put that one? I don't know. Right here. All right. Now you're gonna act like an asshole now. How the fuck did that get backwards out? That's what I want to know. No, because I had the other ones are backwards. That's why. Okay. They're negatives, and then I made this one positive. That's why. Okay. Those are closed now. What the fuck is it doing now? Annoying. Supposed to be just reading friggin' one, man. Why are you having such problems here? Why are you having such problems? Right here, this is not merged. You're all merged out. You're good. Okay, there should all be positives to close. Let's check the fucking microcontroller I got. The 10th time. Let's see. Alright, so off value should be 1. That should close the frickin' doors. 0 value should be on. Why you not behave yourselves? Make sure the pivots are all connected. These two, that's why. These didn't get connected. Okay. What the fuck is this doing? Is it because... Why? Oh, they're velocity pivots, you motherfucker. Oh. I hate it. I haven't done that in a while. It used to happen to me all the time, was you'd end up putting a velocity pivot in, and it's absolute disaster. Because you're like, why is it spinning? And it's like... And you don't do it for a while, and you forget, oh yeah, velocity pivots exist. I almost never use velocity pivots. I accidentally grabbed a velocity pivot, that's why. Alright, we're in business now. Check chat in a second, guys. Backwards. Symmetry's off again. Alright, let's merge these up. Hopefully we're good now. So this is good. This actually turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out. Now we can do bottom dumps as well. So should have all dump types on this. So we can go to... We can still use the same thing for coal. I think they didn't get reconnected. So I'm past the point diminishing returns here, I think, in my brain. So the doors are closed. We open it up. Falls down. Alright, they are stacking up in there, so I will have to clear a channel underneath for them to drop through. Alright, that's fine. That's not... I don't have to move too much stuff to do that. It's kind of expected, so... somewhere out of the way. Big to be in here at all. It's fine. Stick it on the axle here. That barometer. Space, put that in there. Put back where it was for now. Oh, where the hell are you gonna go there, guy? Too big. Trying to keep it consistent throughout the builds too. I don't want to change it for one build. I might have to. Let's get rid of these anyway. I think that's too many. It's gonna just cause problems. So let's do that. Bottom dump will be a little bit slower. It won't be too bad. Let's test that one. Alright, they're all falling down. Those are old ones that are sitting in there. So that works out well. So that will do all the dumping that we need, which is good. I think generally it looks pretty good. Let's read some chat here. How's it going there, JP Jenkins? How are you? Let me catch up on chat, guys. So I'm making a mineral dumping trailer up to the new standard, and so, yeah. That is what I do. So, new, it's going to be bottom dump or either side, so you can dump either side. This one doesn't have any left in it, but, no, this one's not connected to the funnels. So you see, you can dump on it any direction, and so this will be good for mining operations. That add to it? Yeah, in the front. It looks good in the front, and the side it looks weird. Leave it like that, fine. Okay. See if I can get this rust color. That's pretty good. There we go. Alright, brake should be off. Yep, I can push it. So a bunch of it was just sitting around here trying to fix all the issues with Industrial Frontier, but I like the general look of that. It looks pretty good. Probably put some cross bracing in. Put some cross bracing in, and then that's pretty good. It's got a reasonably small capacity, which I like. That way, I need a bunch of these to actually be able to go do stuff. You know, it's not overbearing. There's not too many of them. Let's try cross bracing some of this here. What it look like to cross brace outside like this. No, cross brace on the inside. Put a center span in there, I think, maybe. Gotta measure them, though. 5. I don't think it even needs cross bracing. It just needs these to go across like that. I think that's good. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Cross bracing here, maybe. Rigidity. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Okay. I forgot that button's there. Let's fix that. God, where is it? Okay, cross brace this now. Read some chat, fix some paint. Alright, let's see. Yeah, stormworks logging would be fun. Some cool stuff they could do there. A bunch of industry stuff would be really good. Yep, yeah, I like a little complexity on it. I think it came out good. Started to look good. Have I made an auger? I've made plenty of augers. They're better now that we have vacuums, but you know, they were kind of a pain in the ass before vacuums. Let's put a centerpiece in here. Good cross bracing on that. Alright, let's start working some colors here. So let's see. Alright, there we go. darkest stuff. Why is this showing here? I really don't want that showing, so that's alright. I don't give a shit. Let's see. This didn't get merged. That one did, okay. Go back to paint, please. Thank you. So we'll do standard color on that, and then let's get back to paintbrush. Okay, probably the whole top of this is probably that color, I'd say. And then this is going to be lighter, so we'll go side on this. Let's go up. Okay. Anywhere where the sun would shine. These. The nice thing with the facets. Pain in the ass color them all, but they look pretty good when they're done. I do these facets here. I don't know if I did or not. Look like they're getting painted, so. Gotta lighten those up a little. Should be all good, okay. Lighten that up. Alright, let's see how it looks in the light. That little bit right there is annoying me, but can't think of anything to do to it. How's it going, Lord Bison? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Oh, thank you, thank you. Yep. It's working out pretty well here. Check the paint. Yep, so paint's good. Nice and dark underneath. Highlights. Gives it a little depth. These stanchions here look way too straight up and down. So what I think I'm gonna do is, let's do this. I've already kind of decided I hate this. So let's cut that. Let's cut that. Let's go like this. Go like that. Okay. Make sure they're this color. Yep, that's fine. Make sure these are getting colored. Probably this in here. Okay, and then what we'll do here is not that much. Let's go like that there, guy. A little bit of some sort of detailing there. Oh, something there, you know. And this one here, I think we can give it a little bit of difference. It was looking just square as hell like that, so this helps fix that up, I think. A little something different right here. Yeah, I like that better. Probably should have that bracing bar behind it. Okay. Alright, that's better there. That gives it just a little bit of like, it was looking like just a square, and now that looks better. Around those corners, I think. There we go. That came out pretty nice there, I think. Proof of concepting took forever because we had to get it to work with the way the Industrial Frontier is set up. So. Give me a little bit tall to load, but you know, we've got plenty of opportunities. Like when we're in base, augers are easy to do. I want to make an overloader trailer, stuff like that. So. I gotta push this button for 3 seconds to get it to lock the brakes back on, which is gonna be very tough to do. There we go, did it. All right, brakes are on. I think I will flare these outsides here. Make sure this doesn't hit. So I gotta make sure this doesn't actually hit the, actually, let's not flare those outsides as much as I like it. It's gonna be a pain in the ass if those hit when we try to do this. I've already measured it up, so let's go like this instead. That's better. That should fit in next to the thing. Let's save it. Let's load it up one more time with the add-on and make sure that's gonna work. I also need to make sure that the button on the other side is actually controlling the funnels right here. This one needs to control them, so I can't see anything. Or is it right there? Okay, right here. This section needs to control the funnels. Check electricity. Yeah, these are all gonna need to be electrified, so. Hooked up, I think so. Okay, let's go back to the add-on, and we'll go make sure this dump's fine over there. You know, we have some high-tip trailers, which are pretty easy for me to convert, but likely with some of the mining operations, we'll either dump it into an auger to load the train or something. So we should be able to do coal now, too, that have a bottom dump up to the new standard. Alright, let's go ahead and try a side dump here. So I can go either side. That just makes it a hell of a lot easier than having to reorient the train. Alright, we have one fall, that's fine. I don't mind if we miss a couple. Yeah. Give you something to do. You're going to be standing here minding the button anyway. So it'll give you something to do to grab it and dump it. Does it disappear already? Probably. Nope, there it is. Okay. Got a little bit of time with those. So. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Bottom dump works, so both sides. Let me just check this one. That's bottom dump. Okay. Make sure the funnels are on. Yep. Okay. That should work in all aspects there. Pretty good. So let me check the. Let's name it. Load the add-on. Shit. Add-on, please, first. Thanks. Alright, so what I'll actually probably do is I'll save this as the Industrial Front, Fix Industrial Frontier, and I'll put that on the multiplayer save. And so when we come here, that will always be loaded in so that we have a little extension there to dump in the facility. So that's good. All right. Let's quickly go back and we'll name this up. I'll probably jump off. Let's see. When do I think the next multiplayer? Not sure. Yeah, I don't know yet. You know, build challenge is going to be announced tomorrow. So, all right. So let's see the capacity. I need to find the one that has coal in it and get rid of it. Usually I put it right in the center so that I could, or right in this corner so I could find it. A couple of them had coal in it. All right, that's good. Let's see. We have 3 by 7. 3 by 7. Okay. So 21 times 27. 21 times 27 calculator. 567. Okay, good. Alright, mineral dump 5, 6, 7. So classification of the trailer, what it does, and then capacity, so we know how. We just at a quick glance, you know what the capacity is. They do that on a lot of my trailers, as it tells you. So, you know. All right, so that's not too bad there. So mineral dump 5, 6, 7. All right, good. I think that came out pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, so not sure about the next multiplayer. When that's going to be. It's a little bit of setup I want to do before, and then that should we'll figure it out. I gotta, you know, gotta decide too if you know, doing multiplayer during the build challenge is kind of tough too, but we'll see. All right, MD5, 6, 7. Let's take a look at it. Yep, that looks good. Good, so not an outrageous capacity. It's good, so that'll mean I need a lot of these. So, for example, the each trailer is 2,250. So it's going to take almost 4 cars per trailer. So that way, usually during like a multiplayer stream, we might get 3 or 4 trailers done in a stream. So, you know, 12 cars, you figure. So that's kind of nice. Gives you something to do, and it's not like bringing 1 car on a big train, you know. So that would be nice. But yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm going to jump off after that. So yeah, so we'll be announcing the build challenge tomorrow. So that'll be good. And you guys can start on that. A couple good fixes they did. I wish they would work on Industrial Frontier, but, you know, I understand why they don't go back to some of this stuff. What is that? That's fucked up. I gotta fix that. Let's fix that real quick. Let's fix that real quick. Because I will forget it. Likely a symmetry issue that I had symmetry on and didn't want to do it. Alright, there we go. That will make it now work, and I don't have to rip it apart. Alright, so I'll probably do some testing, probably do some career gameplay at some point where I go and actually test it in a career game, and then I'll see how it's working. But yeah, I think this will be kind of good. So this will give us another method to go do this. I have some high-tip trailers that are currently not working, so maybe we'll make an auger or something for it. It depends. Like, if we're doing gold, you know, gold is still best with containers. Iron is kind of what I'm looking for this, and maybe aluminum. And so, like, if you had 1 auger, you would be able to put it on the ground. And so, like, one thing I was thinking is like, do a... I've done auger trailers before, so you bring in the trailer, and then, you know, like, if we look at... Let's look at the map real quick. Make sure I save this. So, like, if we look down here, like, one thing we can do with aluminum, and this is the same with iron, is there's a bunch of switchable tracks. And so what I could do is bring an auger car, and then you would put the ore cars here, all right, on this track. Or you put ore cars on this track, and you put ore cars on the outside track. Then the center track would be the auger. That's not a really good idea. So let's say we put ore cars on the inside, auger on the outside. The trucks would come dump in the auger, and then because it's on a rail car, it would be pulled up, and it would be pulled to the next car, and you'd dump from car to car to car, and then you know, you'd fill the train up. So that's one thought to do like that, you know, and then you would hook the auger car back up and do it that way. So that's a thought. I think that's probably pretty reasonable in that. So that's something else we can build to. Curious the height differences and how low we have to go. But the nice thing now is augers are actually reasonably fun to build now because of the vacuum update. Before they had that, they were just a pain in the ass. They were too cumbersome, too ugly looking. Wasn't a huge fan of them. But now they're pretty good, actually, so we can do that. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. If you guys like the video, please like the video. That helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next one.